Hey everybody, Dr. Mark Arcuri here in Santa Fe, New Mexico again this evening, and it was an absolutely gorgeous day today and setting up for a really chilly, equally as beautiful evening. And I trust that it was just as beautiful wherever you spent your day today. And I want to remind you, in the spirit of consciousness creates reality, which we've talked a lot about in past weeks and will continue as we go forward with the recipe for living in 2019, the consciousness does create reality. That's going to be the underlying thread of everything that we do. And it's an incredibly empowering realization to come to when you know that you can literally change your experience around you by changing the thinking that you have in relation to that experience. So no matter what you're experiencing today, if you want to tweak it a little bit and make it a little bit better, just change your thinking about it. Even if you're not quite sure you believe it, just change your thinking. Tell yourself that message over and over and watch the reality around you shift. And remember, you're not in a position to change anybody else's reality. If somebody says that it's a dark, dreary day and you say it's not, your day is not going to be so dark or dreary, and theirs probably will be. It can be, we live in different universes in a sense. So remember, you have that power. So tonight, in the next step of our series on a recipe for recipe for living in 2019, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I call start with the end in mind, but dot dot dot, and that but dot 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 is super important. So start with the end in mind. That's pretty easy. You know where you want to go. Whether you know how to get there or not doesn't matter, and in fact, it's better if you don't know. But if you have an idea of where you're going, it's pretty easy to focus on that in terms of what you want that end result to look like. But it's not as simple as you might think, and there are a lot of reasons to set that goal, to know what the end looks like, and then to literally forget about it as best you can. And it may seem a little bit counterintuitive if you're in a car and you're driving down the road and you set your goal on the town next door and you start driving and then forget where you're going. What happens then? Maybe not a great thing, but hey, maybe something really good will happen. And if that does happen, how would you have ever known that if you were just so intent on going to the next town without leaving the opening for any other possibility from the universe? So what I want to say to you tonight is that we need to start with the end in mind to have a sense of where we're going, but then take on the challenge to almost let go of that goal to the point of forgetting what it was, so that manifesting can take place in the best, most perfect way possible. Don't micromanage. I've talked a little bit about that already in our sessions of my tendency to micromanage and my need to kind of step back in our business together, Carlos and I, for me to step back and let him do what he does well and me focus on what I do well and let the bigger picture come together around us in a way that we've both contributed to, but neither one of us has directed so intently that we can't be open to any other possibilities. You've got to let the universe work its magic on what you've put forth. So I've talked a little bit in the past about the changes that Carlos and I are going through, and the business changes in particular, and how our work focus has shifted, and we're actually revisiting old things in new ways. So there's nothing terribly new on the horizon. Other than the way that we're intending to manifest them. But we've got a real focus on our coaching clients and bringing in more coaching clients and finding ways to serve more people in the most efficient way and the most powerful way at the same time possible through e-courses and workshops and seminars and writing and these videos and the little snippets that I post frequently during the day on Facebook and Instagram and can't remember where else, on our website. They're all over the place. So we've got lots of different kind of angles to get people's attention and to give them what we want to give them. So, but what we're doing is setting our vision out, and we meet frequently. Carlos is in Mexico, as many of you know, and I'm here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, much of the time. But we're setting our vision out, getting involved in what we feel inspired to do from day to day. But stepping back from the bigger vision and letting it unfold, letting the universe meet us where we are and bringing what we want into reality. So here are some of the things we're doing. I've got 3 or 4 things that I've jotted down here that I want to share with you. see what you think of them. Pick the ones that seem to speak to you the most and try them out and see if they help you to support your manifesting in a way that brings things to you quickly and powerfully. I know that it works. We're doing it. I've done it with tons and tons of coaching clients over the years and continue to do it with coaching clients. But it's got to speak to you. So here's some ideas. So first of all, and this is really, well, I think they're all pretty easy. So I shouldn't say this is one of the easiest, but this is one of the easy things that you can do. And one of the things that I love to practice is looking for in others the kinds of successes that I want to have in my life. Now, they don't have to be exactly the same kinds of things, but just the flavor of this person having success in expressing their passion and finding support from the universe in having people and places and things where they can be passionate about their work and being able to do it. So you can celebrate those things in other people. And I fully believe that when you can see something in someone else and celebrate their success, your success is assured at that point because you've removed the blocks to connecting with the energy of that success. And that's vitally, vitally important. We all have baggage in some way or another, and that baggage gets in our way. But when you can break through it and honestly, authentically connect with the success in someone else, and be truly happy for them and grateful that they're experiencing it and not thinking about how you wish it was yourself, then all of a sudden it becomes evident in yourself and you've manifested it as well. So practice this. Look around. People that you know, people that you see on the street that for some reason have an air of success about them, perhaps just to make up a story about what you see, and see if you can really, really tune into all these successes around you. It could be someone in the newspaper, if you read the paper, or in a book, or a TV character, whatever it is for you. Connect with that in other people and celebrate it and honor it without ever thinking about yourself in that process. Just let it go out to the universe as something that you powerfully, powerfully appreciate. Number two, starting a gratitude journal, which is kind of related to that, but something that you can do on a more personal oriented, intrapersonal level. So directed more to yourself rather than other people. Get a sheet of paper. Write down everything that you can think of that you're grateful for in your life today, no matter what it is, how little you think it is, how big you think it is, if it exists, write it down. It doesn't matter if you think it's dumb. Some people think that some of the things in their life that they really appreciate are kind of dumb and they don't want to admit it. You're only admitting it to yourself. Get it down on paper. Sit there, brainstorm, what's the word? Associations. Well, the point is a flow of associations. Just let things, a stream of consciousness. Just let the things come out onto the paper. Don't think about them. Just write them down. You can look at them later. And that piece of paper is going to be a way for you to connect to all of the gratitude and success and everything else that you truly, truly love and appreciate about your life in a way that you can look back at it, even especially in moments when you're feeling kind of down and maybe disillusioned about certain things. Take a look at that list and remind yourself of all the amazing things that are already going on for you. In the same way as the first exercise I suggested, it just connects you to a stream of love and appreciation and gratitude for things that already exist. Gives your brain kind of this idea that those things do exist in reality already, but also connects you on an energetic level to those things in the universe so that the universe can bring you whatever you're asking for in a way that is certain to embody those same qualities, because like attracts like. It's not like a magnet out in the universe where opposites are attracting. Like attracts like attracts like in our universal system of law of attraction. So you want to tune in as best you can, as clearly as you can, without judgment, without thinking about how small or big the success is, or the item that you have gratitude for, or the person you have gratitude for. Just honor it for what it is, allow it to be, and stay in that flow as much as you can during the day. Pull out that paper, read it over, add to it when new things come along, or if you think of something that you hadn't included. So the gratitude journal, along with recognizing these things in other people and honoring it for them, are incredibly powerful. The third thing is putting inspirational things around you. I look around my office here and I wish I could find a way to move the camera, but that's not going to happen without Probably ending this entire broadcast very early. Um, but I've got a star here that my friend Beth, who went through my doctoral training with me, gave me to honor us completing our year in residence, and it's inscribed to me from Beth, honoring that clinical year that we spent together in our year in residence in our clinical psychology doctoral programs. I've got from the same program the medallion for my doctoral gown that I had to wear. I've got pieces of the ocean here because I love the ocean. I've got pictures from Puerto Rico and from South Florida. I've got a couple of pieces of wood that are sort of like driftwood, except that I found them in the mountains and they're shaped like crosses. And I've got them around me. In fact, here's one that I can probably show you, and there's another one hanging on the wall. Lots of things. I mean, I don't want to spend all our time going around, but every time I look at these things, even if I don't, I've got A Life Aligned here, my first book, which I feel great about. So, and it's the free giveaway this month. If you haven't entered yet, be sure and do it by Thursday night before the end of the month to win a signed copy of it. But every time I see these things, it brings me to a place that I have deep appreciation and love for, and it's very easy. I don't even have to think about it. And a lot of times I know that just looking around in my office and seeing things, even if I don't consciously connect to them, I know that energy is still present with me, and that makes all the difference in connecting me with bringing more of those things in my life through the manifesting that I've set out for myself. And finally, certainly not last or least, last but not least, is my vision board, which again I can't show you very easily. It's on the wall here, but it's a probably 3 by 4 or 5 board with all kinds of things on it. There's a dollar bill that I've turned into $1 million bill. I think that's illegal to deface U.S. currency, but I did. I like to live outside the box, so I've got inspirational photographs of various things. There's one of an audience in what looks like Carnegie Hall, but a big audience out in front, being looked over. There's a beautiful farmhouse kind of kitchen and dining room that just inspires me and I love, and with my love of cooking, I can see it. There's some inspirational quotes, and there's a bookmark from A Life Aligned for my book. There's a check that I've written for something that I really want to manifest in my life that's well over $120,000 or so. So it's something that I wrote the check and I've got it up there. And other things. And the things on my vision board change as I change over time, and as things manifest, or as things become clearer as to what I'm really asking for, because I've asked for X, but the universe is beginning to give me Y, and I see how it's so much better. So there's lots of things that I have out there that can inspire me on the vision board. So I've got these 4 things, connecting with success and love and appreciation and joy of life and people around us, and celebrating it for them instead of for ourselves, moving it into a more personal experience by celebrating some of those same things as they exist now in our lives in a gratitude journal, having inspirational things all around you, in your home, in your office, in your car. It can be as simple as writing an affirmation on a sticky note and putting it on your dashboard. Something that's really easy, that connects you with something that is worth being connected to, no matter what else is going on in your life that day. And finally, a vision board, in which you can have multiple vision boards for different projects. These things really, 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 really work. I can't emphasize that enough. My clients can attest to that, over 20 years worth. I have people in my life who thought I was just a nut when I first met them. One of my best friends is also my personal trainer, and we were just talking this morning. 13 years ago is when we met, and he thought I was crazy when I started talking about law of attraction. But he listened to me 3 times a week, sometimes 5 times a week for all these years, and things have changed in his life in ways that he couldn't even imagine then. And now he tells other people about these things, and they think he's crazy. So, but they work. It doesn't matter what people think; they work. So none of these things, though, none of them is directly focused on a specific thing that you want to manifest. So I'm saying again that you've got to have an idea of what you want to accomplish or what you want to manifest or what you want to achieve in your life, and then almost forget about it and get involved in these other activities that just connect you with the most positive energy that's possible in your life, of joy and appreciation and gratitude and accomplishment and success and all these things. And then watch, because the universe will bring you what it was that you said you wanted, maybe just the way you said you wanted it if you were perfectly tuned, or in a different way that you will absolutely agree was much, much better than you ever imagined. It's a bit of a paradox, I know. Start with the end in mind and then let it go almost to the point of forgetting about it. But it's what we've got to do. It's like magic, and it works. I promise you it works. So give it a shot. I want to know your comments. I want to know what you think about this, and what your experiences have been in the past or going forward now in the future. That's so helpful for me personally in my own development and the work that I do, and it's helpful for everyone else that reads these comments. And if nothing else, it helps you in the energy that you connect with celebrating what's going on in your life or struggling a bit to work through it. When you connect with that energy, then change is possible. So let me remind you, first, thank you, but let me remind you, our Facebook Live contest for this month, for January 2019, will be ending, this is Wednesday evening, so tomorrow evening at midnight. If you haven't signed up yet, here on Facebook, facebook.com/ Dr. Mark Arcuri, there's a tab on the left-hand menu. I forgot the name of it, but you'll see it. I should know that by now. But there's a tab on the left-hand menu, and free giveaway sign up, I believe is what it says. And if it doesn't, I'll change it so it does. And or on drmarkarcuri.com, you'll see sign-up forms on every web page that you navigate to. And also you can drop us a note at drmarkarcuri.com if for some reason you can't find a way to connect with the sign up. So do that. It's for one of 2 free copies of Life Aligned in soft cover, and we'll get those mailed out to you as soon as we announce the winner in next week Facebook Live. And I don't remember the date, but it's 1 week from tonight. And on Friday of this week, February 1st, we'll be announcing a really fun contest for February that you can enter. Remember that even if you've entered before, you've got to re-enter every month. We're not going to spam you with duplicate emails and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's just that we don't want to spam people, so we don't want to enter you in contests that you're not specifically entering in yourself. So be sure and enter again, and give us your comments here. You can find us at facebook.com/Dr. Mark Arcuri, drmarkarcuri.com on the web, where you can also find the videos, the Facebook Live archives and other videos that we do. They're also cataloged, all of them, on YouTube/Dr. Mark Life Coach, and on Instagram/Dr. Mark Arcuri. When they're short enough, I put them there. They've got to be under 10 minutes. But otherwise, we do post, or I post, I should say, inspirational photographs similar to the ones on Facebook multiple times a day on Instagram as well. So we'd love for you to connect with us in all those different ways. And if you're looking for a more personal experience, I am always available for coaching on the tabs on our website as well as on Facebook. You'll see opportunities to get more information about personal sessions and packages, and book those appointments right online as well. So remember, we only experience that which serves us in some important way. And as our needs change, our experiences changes as well. And that's our topic for next week's Facebook Live. I hope you'll join us. For now, Dr. Mark Arcuri, Santa Fe, New Mexico, lots and lots of love and gratitude. I appreciate you. I can't even say it. Appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Good night.